it's upsetting that the carbon tax has become so politicized, and that, politicians all over the country are now, vowing to cancel it. I think really, though, the blame for this has to lie with all of the people who have intentionally misled Canadians about carbon price, that have poisoned the well, have poisoned people against this. I mean, in most of Canada, the carbon price gets rebated back to people. So in most provinces, 80% of families are better off. And in BC, as previous callers have said too, there are rebates available. They're means tested, so lower income, but the government was looking to increase those rebates. The carbon tax in BC is revenue neutral. It has a very small impact on people's household budgets, but it's really been weaponized by people who wanted to mislead everybody
There's
about the carbon price, and that's what's resulted in a retreat from carbon pricing across the country, and I guess now it's reached to BC as well.
Has that revenue neutrality changed though under the NDP over the years? And as we heard from Sonia first, now it's being obscured and more confusing for consumers that that there are rebates there, but also that idea of revenue neutrality, because there's criticism that it's actually going towards the government's general coffers.
Well, some of it, it does get rebated back, and then my understanding is that the rest of the money gets earmarked for measures related to climate change. So, BC has a number of measures where you can get an incentive to get an electric car, you can get an incentive to get a heat pump. There's also a bunch of stuff going on around clean transportation, building a clean electricity grid. I mean, all of these things, cost money, and some of the money that's raised from the carbon tax then goes towards helping individuals, helping industries, and helping, the government itself build the infrastructure that we need to get to net zero. I mean, we're trying to go through a transition here, and that means people need to make different choices. And so we want to make the cost of doing something that's carbon intensive higher, but we also want to make the costs of making the switch easier. And so, these incentives for heat pumps and electric cars and all that kind of stuff, analysis shows that, if people make those choices in their lives, they will save money. Like, taking climate action now at the individual level is about improving the affordability for people every day.